For thousands of years, humanity has feared divine punishment. Across civilizations, prophets and preachers have spoken of a God who descends from the heavens in anger, a God who destroys the wicked, a God who punishes human beings for their sins. And yet, Paramhans Yogananda offers a profoundly different perspective. He says, down through the ages, in fiery speeches, prophets have warned that God Himself will come out of the clouds to destroy the wicked. But God has never done that. When people are evil, when they break divine laws, they set in motion the cosmic forces that produce the inevitable consequences of their wrong actions. Thus, they punish themselves. These words invite us to rethink everything we believe about suffering, justice, and even God Himself. What if God is not standing above humanity with anger and judgment? What if the pain we experience is not divine revenge, but simply the natural consequence of living out of harmony with universal truth? Think about the physical world. If someone ignores the law of gravity and jumps from a great height, gravity is not punishing them, the law simply operates. It is impartial. It does not hate. It does not seek revenge. It merely reflects the consequences of action. Yogananda teaches that spiritual laws work in the same way. When human beings live with hatred, greed, violence, dishonesty, or selfishness, they create inner and outer disharmony. Those actions generate consequences not because God wishes to punish, but because the universe itself is built upon divine order. In Eastern philosophy, this is known as karma. Karma is often misunderstood. People imagine it as some mystical reward and punishment system controlled by an angry deity. But karma is much deeper than that. It is the law of cause and effect operating through human consciousness. Every thought carries energy, every action plants a seed, and eventually every seed bears fruit. A mind filled with anger eventually experiences suffering. A heart filled with compassion eventually experiences peace. This is not superstition, it is spiritual mathematics. Yogananda's insight removes fear from spirituality. Instead of seeing God as a cosmic judge waiting for humanity to fail, he presents God as infinitely humble, infinitely patient, and infinitely loving. He says, God is humble and has hidden himself. He does not want to come and say to mankind, I am God, you have to obey me. This idea is deep moving. True greatness does not need to announce itself. The sun does not force flowers to bloom, it simply shines. Likewise, God does not dominate human freedom. Human beings are given choice. We can live in harmony with divine law or we can ignore it. But with every choice comes consequence. And perhaps this is why suffering can become a teacher. Pain often awakens us where comfort cannot. When humanity becomes consumed by greed, conflict, and ego, eventually the consequences appear in society itself. We see division, violence, loneliness, anxiety, environmental destruction, spiritual emptiness, not because God abandoned humanity, but because humanity abandoned harmony. Yogananda reminds us that divine law is always operating quietly beneath the surface of life. And yet, despite our mistakes, God does not leave humanity without guidance. Yogananda says, but He does try to keep us from harming ourselves by speaking to us through His laws and through great souls. This may be one of the most important lines of all. Throughout history, great souls have appeared in every culture. Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Lao Tzu, saints, sages, mystics, and enlightened teachers. Though their languages differed, their message was remarkably similar. Live with love, live with truth, master the ego, see the divine in others, seek inner peace, awaken spiritually. These great souls were not sent to control humanity through fear. They came to remind humanity how to live in alignment with higher consciousness. In many ways, they acted like spiritual scientists. They understood the invisible laws governing human happiness and suffering, and they warned humanity with compassion, not condemnation. Today, these teachings may be more relevant than ever. Modern society has achieved incredible technological progress, yet internally, many people feel more disconnected than ever before. We have access to endless information, but very little wisdom. We are constantly stimulated, but rarely at peace. And perhaps this is because external success alone cannot satisfy the deeper hunger of the soul. Yogananda believed that humanity's greatest need is inner transformation, not merely changing governments, economies, or systems, but changing consciousness itself. Because the outer world ultimately reflects the inner condition of humanity. A peaceful world cannot emerge from restless minds. A compassionate society cannot emerge from hearts ruled by selfishness. And so the real battle is not between God and humanity. The real battle is within ourselves, between wisdom and ignorance, between love and fear, between the higher self and the restless ego. The beautiful truth in Yogananda's words is that divine law is not meant to enslave us, it is meant to protect us. Just as the law of health guide the body toward well-being, spiritual laws guide the soul toward peace. And when we align ourselves with those laws through kindness, meditation, truthfulness, self control, and love, life begins to change from within. Not instantly, but deeply, quietly, naturally. We begin to feel less driven by fear, less consumed by anger, more connected, more aware, more peaceful. Perhaps this is the hidden message behind all true spirituality. So instead of asking, why is God punishing the world? Maybe we should ask, are we living in harmony with the divine laws of love, truth, and wisdom? Because according to Yogananda, the universe is always responding to the consciousness we create, and when humanity changes inwardly, the world outside begins to change as well. Thank you for listening. If these teachings resonated with you, take a moment to reflect quietly today. What thoughts, actions, or habits in your own life are creating either harmony or suffering? And what small step you can take toward greater peace, awareness, and compassion? Sometimes transformation begins with a single moment of sincere self reflection. Jai Guru.